I recently hit the sign up offer on the Chase Inc. Business Preferred, and that got me thinking, I think it's time for a new credit card. And not only that, it got me thinking about 4 cards that I'm going to apply for in 2024. Now, when we go through this list, we're going to talk about, obviously, the credit card. We're going to talk about why I want this card and minus the sign-up bonus, because on all of these cards, I do want the sign-up bonus. And then finally, how this card fits into my setup and my strategy. Moving on to the first card, the Bilt MasterCard from Wells Fargo. Overall, this card's great. It is the only credit card that allows you to pay rent with a credit card and earn rewards from that. But not only that, Bilt has some of the best travel partners in the game, such as American Airlines, which nobody else has, and Hyatt, which you can get a lot of value from. Not only that, this card earned one of my biggest categories that I spend in, and that's dining. You can earn 3 Bilt points per dollar spent on dining. If you spend that money, if you go out to eat on the first of the month, it's actually going to be 6 points per dollar, because on the first of every month, Bilt has this thing called Rent Day, where all your rewards minus your rent purchases are going to be doubled. So that means that 3x back on dining that you normally get is now 6x back on dining. That's just crazy. What place does this card have in my long-term strategy? Well, for one, it is the only credit card that allows you to earn rewards on rent, which for the vast majority of people is the biggest monthly and yearly expense. And then number 2, American Airlines miles are something that I find extremely valuable because it's hard to earn them. On all these Citi and Barclays American Airlines cards, none of them come close to being able to earn 6x on dining purchases, which I find extremely valuable. Moving on to card number 2, a card that needs very little introduction, the Citi Custom Cash. A brief overview of this card, it gives you 5% on your top spending category every month. You don't have to do any math, you don't have to worry about which card is best. Whatever your top amount of spend for that particular category inside of a billing cycle, you're going to earn 5% back. On top of that, Citi is giving you a $200 welcome offer after you spend $1,500 in the first 6 months of card ownership, which for no annual fee card is pretty good. Now moving on to why I want this card and how it fits into my credit card strategy. Most of you know, if you've watched the credit card ranking video or the What's in My Wallet video that are on this channel, that I use the US Bank Altitude Connect card, the business flavor. Now that card earns 4x points per dollar on gas purchases. My strategy is to use the custom cash and only put my gas station purchases on this card so that I can get 5% back. Now you may think that, 4x, 5%, they're pretty similar. Why am I adding a whole other credit card to get that 1 extra percent back? Well, the Citi Custom Cash has a $0 annual fee, and the US Bank Altitude Connect card has a $95 annual fee. And for me, the $95 annual fee versus a $0 annual fee just isn't worth it, especially since I'm getting more value from the free credit card versus the credit card that's $95. Moving on to card number 3, the Wells Fargo Autograph Card. A brief overview of this card. This card is a no annual fee card, and right now it's offering a sign-up bonus of 30,000 Wells Fargo points after you spend $1,500 in the first 3 months. Earnings on this card are pretty great, offering you 3x on tons of purchases, such as dining, gas stations, travel, including transit, cell phone protection, and streaming services. Along with the plentiful 3x earnings rate, it also offers some protections as well. Now, aside from the sign-up bonus, why do I want this card? Well, the big reason right now, if you haven't been living under a rock, is Wells Fargo has been throwing the idea around that they're going to add transfer partners to this credit card. Wells Fargo also has the Bilt MasterCard, which has some fantastic transfer partners as well. Now, if Wells Fargo adds similar transfer partners to the Bilt card, such as American Airlines or Hyatt, this card is going to be unstoppable, giving you all of those 3x categories and the ability to get insane value through the transfer partners, all for a $0 annual fee. Moving on to card number 4, and by far one of my favorites, the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card. A brief overview of this card. Now right now the sign-up bonus on this card is 90,000 points after you spend $6,000 in the first 3 months. That is just insane value that you could potentially be getting from this card. And if you have the Sapphire Preferred, Reserve, or Ink Preferred cards, you can unlock even more than $900 worth of value from it through Chase's transfer partners. The earnings on this card are pretty simple. 1.5% back on all of your purchases, and again, for a $0 annual fee. This card's also offering a 0% intro APR for the first 12 months, so if you have any big purchases coming up. Moving on to why I want this card. Assuming that I can secure that 90,000 point offer, which probably is going to go away soon, that is a huge option as well. But aside from that, that 1.5x on all purchases would help me complete my Chase trifecta. Now, the Chase trifecta typically consists of the Chase Sapphire Preferred, the Chase Freedom Flex, and the Chase Freedom Unlimited. Now, I already have the Sapphire Preferred and the Freedom Flex, so I'm missing the Freedom Unlimited. The Chase Ink Unlimited is basically the same card as the Freedom Unlimited, giving you 1.5% back on all purchases. So being able to earn an elevated sign-up bonus compared to the Freedom Unlimited is just a no-brainer for me. Now that was the 4 cards that I'm applying for in 2024, but we have an honorable mention. There's one card that I want that I cannot apply for, and that is the Chase Sapphire Reserve card. Now I can't apply for this card because I already have the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, and Chase has a 1 Sapphire rule. And that means that because I have a Sapphire branded card already, I cannot get another Sapphire branded credit card. But I am able to product change my Sapphire Preferred into a Sapphire Reserve. And there are a few reasons why I want to do this. The biggest reason why I want the Chase Sapphire Reserve is for the Priority Pass, or the Unlimited Priority Pass Airport Lounges and the Priority Pass Restaurants. The Priority Pass restaurants specifically are going to give you $26 in credit at participating Priority Pass restaurants. I'll leave the link for all of the Priority Pass restaurants in the description below, so you can go check them out and see if you could potentially get value from them. Now, why the Priority Pass is so valuable to me is that coming up really soon, I'm going to be flying through airports between 1 and 4 times a week for the foreseeable future, and being able to go into an airport lounge and relax, get some work done, or go to a Priority Pass restaurant and get lunch or dinner for free or pretty close to free is pretty valuable. Now this card does come with a $550 annual fee, which is just massive compared to the other 4 $0 annual fee cards we just talked about. The Priority Pass benefit alone should cover that $550 annual fee for me. And along with the $300 travel credit that Chase offers you, the annual fee should be pretty negligible if you use the benefits. Now, how does this card fit into my strategy and in my wallet? Well, it's really just taking the place of the Sapphire Preferred, because earnings-wise, they're pretty identical. Both cards give you 3 Chase Ultimate Rewards points per dollar on dining, online groceries, and I believe streaming services as well. The Chase Sapphire Reserve does have some extra benefits or extra point earnings when it comes to booking travel through the Chase Travel Portal. For the most part, that really won't apply to me. The insurances on both of these cards, such as the primary CDW and the trip delay insurance, are pretty similar. The Sapphire Reserve does have a little bit better trip delay insurance if you are traveling and you're paying for travel. And my final thoughts on these 5 cards. My 4 new applications are all pretty easy to justify because they all have a $0 annual fee and they all offer fantastic value, especially if Wells Fargo does end up adding transfer partners to the autograph card. For that 5th card, the Chase Sapphire Reserve, the Priority Pass benefits, both the lounge and the restaurant benefit alone, are going to be able to justify that $550 annual fee. Thanks for watching this video, and be sure to subscribe because very soon, one of these 4 cards are going to get a Watch Me Apply video. Hope you liked it, give it a like if you did, and of course hit the subscribe button and check out some of these videos.